Hey guys, Daniel here, and welcome back to the Finance Channel. If you are invested in Bitcoin, Ethereum, any cryptocurrency, or any other cryptocurrency related stock, you are making one big bet on the continued expansion of cryptocurrencies throughout the world. When we think about risks associated with this, one looms around and sticks out the most: potential regulations that could essentially squeeze Bitcoin out of existence. And in this video, I want to talk about the Coinbase IPO and the positive impacts it has on the cryptocurrency market overall. Right before we get started here, guys, I want to let you know that we have officially started the Finance Channel Discord server. If you want to join this, it's completely free. Check out the first link in the description down below, or the pinned comment that takes you to an invite where you can join this Discord, talk about stocks, finance, crypto, literally anything you want related to money, and just share value amongst yourselves. I think we're almost up to 200 members now, which is absolutely phenomenal. Now let's get back to the video. When we think about cryptocurrencies, we have three main people. One, the people who think, all right, Bitcoin is going to zero because of massive regulations. Two, we have the people that think, all right, Bitcoin has its place. I think it's going to do well, but it's never going to replace the dollar. It's going to be something that coexists with the dollar. And number three, we have the people that think, Bitcoin, it's just phenomenal. And, I agree, it is phenomenal. But they think that Bitcoin will essentially replace the dollar over time. Now, one key trend that we can spot amongst all three of these positions and viewpoints is regulation. If we have massive regulation and a potential ban of cryptocurrencies, that is where that first category falls in. Bitcoin could potentially go to zero or, significantly diminish in value. Number two, Bitcoin coexists with the dollar with, some regulations that actually impact them positively, them meaning cryptocurrencies. And then we have number three, the people thinking that Bitcoin will essentially replace the dollar. And, that argument essentially means that no regulations will come into place with Bitcoin. Now, when we look at my stance, I personally believe that Bitcoin has its place amongst the US dollar. I think it will become, or it already is, like a digital gold, but I think that place as a digital gold will allow it to continue to expand going forwards, having that finite amount of Bitcoins out there, being able to spend it whenever you want, being able to transact it wherever and whenever in a very quick amount of time. I think that makes it very appealing for a lot of individuals, and especially how mainstream it's gotten over the past few months and years here makes me really bullish on the cryptocurrency market overall. Now, when we look at, potentially a different viewpoint here with India, who recently announced, essentially a cryptocurrency ban that penalizes miners and traders. Now, this, in my opinion, is very extreme. I don't see the United States doing something like this based on one main thing. The Coinbase IPO, which is expected to take place this Wednesday, I believe, next week. So when we look at Coinbase, I made a video about it just a couple days ago, talking about, their most recent numbers that they reported in their S1 filing. And guys, after I ran my numbers on Coinbase, it would not be surprising to see this company trading at potentially a $200 billion valuation. And that is using conservative numbers for the rest of 2021. If we use, the higher end numbers, I could definitely see this being potentially a $300 billion company. But again, if you want to learn more about that subject, check out that video. I go in depth into the valuation. But what's the important thing here? Coinbase is a company focused solely on one thing: cryptocurrencies. If cryptocurrencies, get essentially squeezed by regulations like we were talking about before, and essentially get, significantly, potentially banned by the U.S. government, you are essentially, causing the demise of Coinbase, a potential $200 to $300 billion company. Now, in my opinion, the United States government and the Fed and the IRS, they all have a plan. And I think that if they really were going to do something significant when it comes to regulations with cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc., I do not think they would allow a company like Coinbase, which will potentially be valued at $150, $200 billion valuation right out of the gate, to go public just to ban it within the next few years. This makes it, this is a big thing, guys. The fact that they're actually allowing Coinbase to go public, the longer Coinbase stays afloat as a public company, the more a potential ban of crypto would actually lead to a potential significant negative impact, not just with Coinbase and crypto, but for America as a whole, given that this will be a $200 billion company. Those $200 billion are essentially held, by investors within the United States. And, a potential, again, ban of cryptocurrencies would, significantly, potentially bankrupt Coinbase as a company. And I do not think they would allow it to go public if they were going to ban it. So that is my opinion on this Coinbase IPO and, just generally talking about why it is so incredible for the cryptocurrency market and why it really increases my confidence in the market as a whole. Now, when we talk about a company like Voyager Digital, their CEO, Steve Ehrlich, came out and said, you know what? Regulations are actually a positive thing for cryptocurrencies. Now, he's talking about regulations in the sense of, them actually positively impacting cryptocurrencies, like making them safer, really integrating them more potentially with the US dollar and getting a little more compliant with the US government. Things along those lines that will actually, lead to more safety with the system. Now, as that happens, I really think that this is the perfect scenario for Bitcoin. It grows with essentially the support of the U.S. government alongside it with regulations, and then obviously that'll bring in more of the skeptics as they realize that the government's also kind of playing along with this, and you're really making it safer with regulations and things along those lines. So just generally speaking, this Coinbase IPO regulations, I think it's a very positive for cryptocurrencies in the United States, which, eventually translates throughout the rest of the world. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video. Let me know what your thoughts are on regulations in the comment section down below. I'd really like to hear your thoughts. And again, if you haven't joined the Discord channel for, the finance channel Discord server, make sure to check that out. It's free to join. First link in the description down below, and it'll be the pinned comment there as well. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day. Peace.